Day in the life of a $1 million trader, guys. These gurus are going on the next level, guys. I want to see what a $1 million trader looks like. Okay, are they strong? Are they skinny? Are they tall? Are they small? Like, I want to see what a $1 million trader looks like, because I never seen one. It's like a unicorn nowadays. So I came across this video on YouTube. Pretty much this guy just says, I'm a $1 million Forex trader or stock trader, and I trade stocks for $1 million a year. So I want to see, is this guy actually legit or not? I want to see what kind of life is he living. Is he living a Lambo lifestyle, or is he living a frugal lifestyle? Is he very organic and raw, or is he very, spontaneous and, expressive? I want to see all that stuff. Okay. As a fellow millionaire guy, seven-figure boy, I run a couple businesses, and it's a very stressful life. I don't think everyone wants to see my life on a daily basis, because it's kind of repetitive and it's very, very boring, okay? Sometimes it's fun. I get to shoot YouTube videos in my studio. Oh, that's so cool, right? But there's some days where I really need to grind and struggle and, take care of different systems and talk to people. And it's a lot of stress that you guys probably don't want. Or maybe you guys do want me. If you guys want me to record, day in the life for my life and, my business, I would love to show you guys that. So if you guys want that, comment below. I might do that. But enough about me, guys. I want to talk about this $1 million trader, guys. This guy living in New York, living the lifestyle of a trader, Forex, stock market, crypto. Let's get into this video and let's see what this guy has to offer. Let's go. Let's check this out. He's going to sleep and waking up in pajamas, full sleeved pajamas in the summer nights. Let's go. One thing about me, I don't know if you guys care about this, but I can't sleep with clothes on, bro. Like, I have problems. Like, I really do.
A little bit tired, but market's gonna open in 30 minutes. Market doesn't wait for anybody. Thinking about my goals, my top 3 priorities for the day, making sure emotionally I'm in the place where I can trade the financial market. Taking a little time to myself this morning for 5 minutes, then I'll head out, get some coffee.
I agree with this guy for one reason only, that the morning is the most important part of your day. You really structure the morning. You set off the foundation and, the expectation of what that day has to bring in the morning, Legends are made in the morning. I'm telling you guys that right now. Anything that's done in the morning is, done with a very impactful cause. I'm up before everyone else. I'm gonna make that very clear. I get to feel like an alpha. I get to feel like, I'm ahead of the pack. Early bird gets the worm. So I always feel like the more earlier I am to something, the better it is. So I'm really happy that, I did embrace that kind of idea and mindset. So that's really awesome. But yeah, this guy's really cool. He's structuring the morning like, how you should. But let's get into the video. Let's see if he's actually profitable when it comes to trading, because I have a lot of skepticism when it comes down to these trader guys, man. So let's see what this guy has to do. That New York penthouse is at least $15,000
so I'm just waking up
a
now.
month.
Gonna have a long commute to my office. Gonna get ready to work, make a watch list of stocks I'm gonna trade. But first, I need some coffee. Gotta get that caffeine up before we start trading. Trading is a very mental game. You need that caffeine. I know people don't like caffeine, but you gotta get it in.
Wait, I thought that was the coffee maker.
Well, that's the cocktail machine. That's for when you have a great trading day, or sometimes a bad trading day. You can drink your sorrows in there too, but that's for later.
Holy moly, 1 second, bro. Hey, that's a Richard Mille, bro. No, that's a Paddock, bro. That's an expensive one. If it's real. I don't know this guy. If it's real, I watch just a couple pretty pennies, and let's just say that. I know he did that on purpose, but he's not waking up with that watch on his wrist, I'll tell you that, Oh, this guy's a watch guy, huh?
I know, right? A long commute, but I'm finally in my office now. A lot of traffic on the way, but we made it into work on time. And now I'm just gonna start making a watch list. So every morning, there's different stocks moving, different stocks you're gonna be trading. So I usually come into my desk 30 minutes before the market opens. I make a list of stocks that I'm gonna be focusing on that day, and I'm gonna be looking to trade that day. So let me get to it. Market's about to open in 30 minutes. I'm gonna start making a watch list.
That guy has a ClickFunnels record kind of award That's pretty much when you make $1 million through ClickFunnels or $100,000 through ClickFunnels, whatever one. I don't know exactly which one that is, but that's very impressive. I didn't know that he did the ClickFunnels, but yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I know people can, fake these, but looking from the outside in, I don't think he's faking it. But that's really impressive, though. The ClickFunnels award plaque is really cool.
All right, so the market's gonna open
I don't have
here
one,
any
by the way.
second. I really like.
I have
the
my own
stock Plug.
strategies.
I'm gonna be focusing on that as my favorite off the open. But now, most importantly, all we need is a pattern to get in. We can't trade without a pattern. So hopefully Plug just gives us a good pattern that we can catch a good trade on. All right, so the markets are now open. I just got into this Plug.
The thing about trading these stocks, honestly speaking, like you can't determine if a stock's gonna go up and down through a pattern, okay? Like if you're following patterns, like dude, honestly, would you really think a pattern is gonna just go up, down, left, right, up, right, center? It's not doing that. This is the thing about stock traders. I mean, maybe he has some really cool technical analysis or some artificial intelligent robot telling him where the stock market's going to go. But until you have something that's proven to me that works consistently, I don't see these little trade patterns working. The Fibonacci's, the EMI indicators and the RSI indicators and all that stuff. I don't understand it. I've tried it myself. It never worked, but it's just what I have to say, honestly.
At 34.60. Nice
Plug.
candle.
I am invested in
Put
Plug
a green
too.
candle off the open, so hopefully this trade can keep going for us. So as I was talking about, my favorite today was a stock called Plug, and that's the one we ended up trading today. So I bought the stock at 34.60. I was roughly risking about $1,000. So if the trade didn't work and it came all the way down, I would have lost $1,000. But in this case, the trade ripped. It went in our favor, and we actually ended up making almost 3.7 times our money, which basically means if you're risking $1,000, you should have roughly made about $3,700. As you can see here, that's exactly what I ended up making, about $36.78, which was for a good day's work. So now let me show you what the reasoning behind the trade was, what was the exact pattern that it ended up trading. So as you can see here on the left, this Plug, this was a resistance. The stock tried to get above this $34 and it came all the way down to 29. Went up to $34, came all the way back down to 31, and did that like 3 or 4 times. Today, it finally broke and got above that area, and that's what made me want to trade this stock. So then on the 1 minute chart, what I noticed here, as you can see right off the bat, you had a candle that took the stock back down, another candle that was at one point a full big red candle, came all the way back down, tested that area.
Nah, bro.
So what was once holding it as resistance actually ended up supporting the price now. Price bounces up, you get a bottoming tail, and I simply basically bought the stock right above this bottoming tail, put my stop loss at the low of the day. So had I lost on this trade, I would have lost $1,000. But in this case, as you can see, right after we got in, the trade just ripped in our favor. And then right over here, I decided. So I just found a new trade opportunity.
If you guys haven't traded stocks before, I've traded stocks before, and I've done it pretty consistently, and I've made a lot of money with stocks. The first 30 minutes of the stock market open is where all of the money is being made. So trades are going crazy. People are doing options tradings. What I'm thinking what he did was an options trade. That's when he was able to make 3.7 times his money. You can't make 3.7 times your money just by investing into a stock. You have to actually invest into a contract that allows you to purchase more than one stock, which is 100 stocks or 100 shares, excuse me, for that specific stock. It's very confusing. I don't want to get into too much detail, but if you guys know options tradings, that's what I'm thinking he's doing. And honestly, it's a numbers game. Plug, at some point, it was growing like hundreds of percents, literally within a couple weeks, which was insane when it came to Plug. I think that's when he made this video. But right now, Plug's not looking so good.
Here in a stock called Greenlane. It's a marijuana company. It's setting up a really good pattern that I love to trade. And I think it's a good trade opportunity here where we can make a few bucks. So I'm going to take this trade and send it out to our subscribers in our newsletter, and hopefully they can get it as well. So as you can see here, this stock, Greenlane, has been below the moving averages, below the 50 MA and the 21 EMA for a while. Now it's the first time it's getting above those moving averages and also the 200 MA. I think this stock probably goes to $6. So I'm gonna go ahead and send this out to our subscribers here. I'm gonna send out an email and a text message so that they see it regardless of where they're at. So we're gonna buy this stock at 440. Our exit point, if you're wrong, is 410. And if you're right, the target is 625. So we're gonna go ready to send it out to our members here. Text and email. All right,
so he has a Signal group. The thing about these signal groups from these stock guys are that they make a lot of money off these groups. I actually have a friend that makes 7 figures a month through his signal trading group. There's a lot of money to be made in those groups. I honestly don't see the fundamental value in it. Okay, cool, he's giving you signals, but what's telling you that you can't go out there and do the same work? I get it that he's doing the work for you, but as a stock trader, you shouldn't just rely on other people your whole life to, invest into the stock market, because I promise you he's going to be wrong one day, and it's just part of the game. So when it comes to stock trading groups, what you're actually paying for is the community. You want to be surrounded with more other people that are trading stocks as well. So when you win with other people. When you lose with other people. It's kind of a community thing. So that's what I see in terms of stock trading groups. It's really awesome. It's a really cool opportunity to, network with people and stuff like that. But these stock trader signal groups are making so much money. You guys have no idea.
All our subscribers, hopefully they get in time so they can jump on this trade with me. So, as a professional trader, there's always good trading days and bad trading days. So today you got an example of a good trading day, but not every day is like this. Some days things are not going to work. Some days you're going to take your losses, and you have to be okay with that, right? But in this case, the plug trade worked really, really well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into our chat room where we have a lot of students, a lot of members that trade with me every single day. And every single day I try to give them a review of why I traded what I traded, right? What was the reasoning behind it, so they can actually learn while they're earning inside the chat room. So I'm gonna hop into the chat room. I'm gonna teach some of my traders. Feel free to listen in. You tempted to buy the $155 puts on Nike call options. There's $165 calls that you could sell for 27 cents or 162.50. But again, it's not that much of a premium to justify that trade. If I decide I want to place an option on a stock moving up, how do I decide which call to buy? Usually the best rule of thumb is buy 1 to 2 strikes in the money. And if it's a day trade, go for weekly option. If it's a swing trade, go for monthly options. Do you ever buy a stock and then take a put for the same stock? Why would I do that? Because put is betting against the stock, and then buying a stock is betting that it goes higher. Yeah, you're just capping your gains. There's no point in doing that. You might as well take less shares long than try to hedge it with a put. I know there's a lot of people who like to recommend these strategies with fancy options. I personally think that all these people who do these spreads, these options, these fancy strategies, they don't know where their stock is going. So they're trying to do everything with the hopes that they make a little bit. Right?
That's
but
true.
Obviously if you know technical analysis, you know where the stock is going, there's no reason to protect. You just take a less amount of shares and have them hit your target. Right? Look at the markets today, guys. We made money today on a day where look what the markets had done. This is where the markets opened today, right? At 9:30. It's almost 12 o'clock. Look where the markets are at. Hope you guys have an awesome one. Hope you guys made money on the plug today. Type in.
Oh, he has a book. That's where he probably made his money from the ClickFunnels, is that a book ClickFunnel, it works so well. So Amol Singh, I like how he plugged his book right there, that penthouse view, prepping for success. Either he made it through his signals group or he made it through ebook or something like that, for sure.
In the chat, if you guys made money on
look at those
plug.
flexes, bro.
Good,
that's fire.
Good. Look at that. Awesome, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Take care.
What happened?
The trade we were just recording on that video.
Yeah.
So it's already up $1,500, and we just spoke about it a few minutes ago. This is where we sent it out at $4.40, and boom, it's at $4.70 in no time.
Oh, of course. Ferrari California, though, bro. If you're getting a Ferrari, please, for the love of God, don't get a Ferrari California. You're just going to be that guy. That guy that wants to have a Ferrari and wants to be in the Ferrari club, but you're treated as a baby because you can't afford the other real ones. I'm sorry, but the Ferrari California is not it, bro. If you're making that kind of money, bro.
Oftentimes when people come into trading,
I wouldn't even have a car if I were you,
they
but
are
whatever.
hesitant, right? They have things that are holding them back, and rightly so. It's hard-earned money, right? You work for it. They probably had another job, and they had to do a lot of things to gain
When
that
I
money.
see a Ferrari, all I think of is just all the financial upkeepings of that car. If you guys don't know me, I've rode exotics pretty much for a very long time now. I owned them, leased them, rented them, all that stuff. There's so much financial upkeeping for those cars, and oh my God, dude, the insurance on these cars is ridiculous. You're spending so much money just to upkeep and maintain an image that no one cares about. That's just what I have to say.
Trade in the first
I'm getting
place.
a McLaren
So
soon,
it's okay
though.
if
I just
you're,
do want to say that.
Hesitant, you don't trust it, perfectly fine. But with the right process, it could actually be done. So, oftentimes people would come to me and say, hey, but online it says 80% of the traders lose money, that traders don't make money, or trading is gambling. But what they forget is that in that statistic, they have counted pretty much everybody who opens an account and pushes the button as a trader. But that's not what a professional trader is. A professional trader has strategy, very specific criteria, has very specific entry and exit points, and actually has a method to his madness that has been tested over and over. So if you actually do the math and count how many of those traders who've gone through education make money, 80% of the people actually end up making money. All right, so today we're just out here at a dock in New York, checking out some different boats and different yachts. We have an upcoming event, so we're just seeing which of these boats could fit for this event. I think I like this one. So I think this might work for our party that's coming up. So as traders, as I said earlier, work hard, play hard. This is a great way to meet a lot of new people, network with a lot of people, and build some great connections along the way. If you're working at an office, you probably end the workday, go get some drinks with some colleagues. Trading is different, right? Your colleagues are the people in the chat room. Your colleagues are the people a part of the newsletter, your same student peers. So to have a social circle as well as have networking events, you gotta make it happen. You can't rely on colleagues. There is none. You're by yourself as a trader. You're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. Beautiful day out here, checking out these different boats, and I think this might be the perfect one for our party coming up. This is probably gonna be for our next event, which is gonna be much bigger. Let me show you this boat from the inside. It's literally like a freaking nightclub. You got the bar set up right here. I mean, you could probably fit, what, 200 people here? It's definitely too big for what we're trying to do for the upcoming event, but I think I have a great idea what we can potentially do here for our next event. All we need is a stripper pole. Yeah, it's like a freaking nightclub. Like you got the chairs, you got tables, you got the bar, you got the VIP rope for the table. You got a dance floor.
I get who this guy is at the end of the day. Honestly, guys, day in the life of a millionaire trader, okay? I'm going to break it to you guys the way you guys probably want it, okay? I think this guy is legit in a way, okay? There's a lot of different things and factors that I need to take into consideration when I'm actually judging someone. Just by looking at him and his perspective on trading and stuff like that, he is legit because he's not only trading stocks, but he's also has his own group. He has his own, community that he actually grows and, works on and gives trades out. Sometimes they might not be profitable. Sometimes they might be profitable. But the fact that he's actually out there doing it, that's something that's very respectful. He has his own book. Not a lot of traders, not a lot of entrepreneurs out there, including myself, have a book out. So when you have a book out, you have a specific type of knowledge input into society where you have information that other people want and other people are going to use and consume. That's very noble of him. So I like the idea of how he's doing and how he's conducting himself. Couple of things, bro. Get rid of the Ferrari, man. You don't need it in New York, bro. Ride a bike or something like that. Get rid of all your liabilities, bro. That watch is beautiful, but honestly, okay, the thing about me is I'm so simplistic. I have an Apple Watch because I could basically track my fitness. I could track my notifications. I could see what's going on without having to touch my phone. I like simplicity. I like effectiveness and making my life very, very compatible in all aspects. I have MacBook Airs, I have an iPhone, Apple Watch, AirPods. Everything's pretty much just connected to each other. He's probably definitely older than me, but I don't see myself, living this crazy, expensive life where I'm buying $100,000 watches. I'd rather put that money into a real estate project or something like that. But who knows? My mindset always changes. I always like doing fun things. Right now, my mindset's kind of on traveling and seeing the world and experiencing amazing things. But maybe later on, it's going to be acquiring Rolexes or something like that. That just comes with time and comes with knowledge and experience. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if I was to give my final review on this guy, I think he's a legit guy, I haven't done more research, which I should, but just looking from the outside in, he looks pretty legit. He looks pretty, sophisticated and knows what he's talking about. But you never know. There's always the scammer, bro. That might be an Airbnb. That might be a freaking rental Ferrari, but we don't know that, But he did make that ClickFunnels. He did win that ClickFunnels award for $1 million. He has his book out, so maybe, it balances out. Other than that, bro, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys like this little review of what I thought personally of this day in the life of the $1 million trader. But if you guys want a freaking millionaire marketer or, agency owners, comment below, guys. I'd love to make a video about that. Anyways, guys, it's Ish and peace.